Hi, this is Kim from Crane's Booksmithing. I hope you guys are having a great day. Here it's going to be 74 degrees. So I'm glad about that. I got my windows open, my door open. It feels so nice. And then it's going to get cold for a little bit again, but then they said on the news that it's going to get a little warm again. So that's nice, but I bet we're going to have a hot summer. We haven't had much rain, so that's not good, but we've been through a drought before, and I just hate going through that, but it's the way it goes sometimes with the weather. Okay, this book here, I'm calling her Abigail. I think she's a sweet one, and I've put a lot of flowers in this one, more than what I do with most of mine that I make. And I have this old cover, this quilt cover again, has hand stitching right here on the side. I have vintage buttons and some vintage lace, and picture from Graphics Fairy. So this is very old lace right here on the spine. The spine's about 1.5 inches. Here's the back side, and this part, this trim lace here is very old too. I thought that was so pretty like that. And this has a little bit of a brown yellow color to it, which is really pretty. And here's some of the vintage buttons, and just purple and yellow and browns. It's really pretty. And I have this one tied with some lace. I don't have her in a bow. She's just tied like this, and I think that looks so pretty for her. And there's she has about 5 signatures, and let me see, 65 pages, and I didn't count them front and back. And I counted every page in here. And she's about 5.5, about, oh, I think it was something like 7.5. I'm not sure now, but something like that. Anyway, I think she's really quite lovely. And let me show you what she looks like inside. She has coffee dyed paper and different types of book pages that are vintage and some new. And here she is. I left this on here. I didn't cover this up. I thought it was so cute. These kids have written their names in this. And this is an old book, and I think it was from the 30s, I think. And if not, it was the 40s, but I'm thinking it was the 30s. I put this in there. It's a little sticker, and you can just peel it and stick it wherever you find a place you want to, or not use it at all. Whatever you would like. That pretty. Take time, it says. And this story about Abigail, isn't that pretty? I love this paper. I found this at an estate sale. And it was, you know, those pack of papers you get that's all printed so pretty. And, well, this was an older one that someone had crafted. And they had this estate sale in this beautiful house. And they had it. And so I bought it. I thought it was so pretty. I did coffee dye it. And it came through, bled through here. And I love that it did, because it shows that beautiful pattern. It's sort of a red. This is old. I bought this at an antique store, this lace. And it's kind of yellow, mustardy looking color in a way. Magazine. I mean, not a magazine, it's a book page. And of course it's from that bridal book I've been using lately. And just all kinds of papers. And here's some pretty little green lace. And little quilt pattern there. And I did some stenciling, and this lace here is old, and it's handmade, I believe, as well as this. Let's see, this one is, I think, and this one back here is too handmade. And I stapled this little bird on. I thought it was cute, and you know, I like the staple look a lot. Little journaling card to write on. And then there's some pretty paper to write on. And just different things here. And this comes from an old magazine from the 20s, like 24, 28, somewhere around in there. I had a couple of those books, so I get them mixed up. And I did do painting on a few of the pages here. I don't know if you can see it maybe on this side. And I thought that was pretty. I'd like to try doing that some more with some more different books I'm doing. Now this is Abigail, and I do have it darkened quite a bit. And it's to show that she's in the home, and she stays in there, and she's missing all the beauty outside. And she peers out her window, and she thinks, should I go out? Should I take a chance and see the world? And she does. And out there is all the beautiful nature out there, flowers, butterflies. Everything's so beautiful. This piece here came from a book spine, and it's very old, but I like the way it looked. It made me think of a tree, all like wood. More stenciling, and equal dyed paper, so I'm going to have to make some more. But I thought that was pretty, and I have it roughly torn, which I love the way it looks like that. And this is a pocket I have sewn on here, and I think it's pretty. It's from a garment that was so sorry. And more stenciling, and this is old. And quite a bit of stenciling I did. Here's a little poem about, let's see, what does it say? It says, once I saw a fruit tree wild, white with the blossoms of early spring, more like a fae than an earthly thing, a dried clad in green and white, dancing with movements free and light. I hope I pronounced that correctly. To the very music of pipes unseen, dancing alone on the hilltop green, and then a flash of scarlet bright, a red bird flew, and a shower of white followed his swift and sudden flight. And just really in his little side pocket. And just many different things. And this is from an old magazine I cut out. Some butterflies on a little card that's been inked and sold. So pretty, all these flowers. And I'm so glad I found that book. I found it in an antique store. And here I put some buttons and some trim here, which is really pretty. And this is old. Most of the stuff I have is old on here. And just a pretty little card to journal in. It's a little tight right here, but as you use it, it will get a little looser. And here's some more equal dyed paper that's flipped over. Just pieces of pretty paper to write on in the back of them. Here's the other side, and some more pretty flowers. And an ad. So I dropped my pretty lace there. And some more. This is so pretty. And I thought you could probably write on this right here on the side. Wouldn't that look pretty with writing over this pretty flowers? Of course, you can do whatever you want. You can even add to it, add a picture or anything, which I think would be pretty. This is a copy from an old book from the 1800s, a butterfly. And here's a little thing that you can just some cutie things. This you can write in here if you wish, and you can even, if you want to, hook it somewhere. Glue it or staple it. Here's a little card I bought at an estate sale from a beautiful house. I like going to the estate sales that have beautiful that are selling from their beautiful old houses, because it's so fun to just be able to walk in them and look around. There's a pretty pocket envelope, little paper there. This is really pretty, and let's see, I got it sewed in there a little bit. Let me pull it out. Got caught there. There we go. And here's a little, isn't that pretty? And I do have it coffee dyed. And you can write under here, it's your secret place. And some gold thread that I hand sewed there. A little card to write on, piece of pretty paper. Just a little piece of ribbon. It's old, and I just put it in there because I thought it looked cute. And here's a place you can put a picture in here if you want. I didn't put a little clear paper in there, but I thought it was pretty the way it looked anyway. But you can do what you want. And then here's another little journaling tag there that I made. There's a pocket on the side here that I sewed. I made a journaling card that's kind of big, and you can write on it, and it's sewed. And the back, it has that on it, just writing. Let's see, which way do I want it to go? I think I'll put it this way. You can see the writing right there. It looks pretty that way. And this came from an old magazine. Here's a pocket, piece of pretty paper that's been coffee dyed, and a tag that I made but sewed. And here's a copy of a pretty picture from Graphics Fairy. And here's a tag with a little dog on it. Isn't that cute? And I made that. This paper here is from an old photo album that was old. Here it goes. And this pretty picture I cut out from a book. I did add this here to make it a little stronger when you turn the pages, so I don't always do that. I think it's probably a good idea, or else put a little piece of paper, just a little tab, so you can turn it. And here's another piece of beautiful lace that I just added just because it's so pretty. And some tags I made there. And I stenciled that. No, I stamped. That one was a stamp. Here's a little pocket. And with some ribbon that's old. It's velvety feeling. I bought that from an antique store, and there's some tags I made and sewed. This one I painted and stenciled. And here's some old lace here that I believe might be handmade. And isn't that pretty, that cute little bird? Anyway, this is an ad from an old magazine from the 20s. And just all kinds of pretty laces in this one. And another butterfly from an old book. It's a copy. Let's see. Oh, it's fine. Here, I forgot I had made this into a pocket. Here's a little girl with flowers and a little watering can, and I thought this is Abigail when she was young, and she remembers about how she did love the garden and going out and not being afraid. And isn't that pretty? It came out in sort of a watercolor look. Vintage buttons and vintage lace, and then here's some more things I have made. Ephemera, stenciled it, and just a place to write. And let's see, butterfly, some beautiful ribbon here, trim, and lace, and just all kinds of pretties. Some old, this came from a table runner. It's old, and I sold some little ruffle there too. And some more ephemera that I made, sewing, and here's some more too that I made. And this is a side pocket from this, I believe, either was from a collar or from long ago, or else it was a cuff. I'm not really sure on that one. And I made this, and this comes out. It's a little card that's stamped with some tulips, just a little index card there. And this, I like this trim here. There's a backing around the back also if you want. And there she is now. Now that she's been out, now she's going to paint and capture all the beautiful things that she sees, all the flowers, birds, butterflies. And she's contented and happy. I'm very glad that she came out. And here's some more. This is a little flip over, and this has been dyed with Kool-Aid. And then a little card that I made. And that's the other side of that paper that's been dyed with Kool-Aid. And this paper here is old, but it doesn't look old, but it is. It's vintage. And here's a little pocket I sewed on, and I made this little card and painted it. And more stenciling, and just a piece of paper that I have from Graphics Fairy. Put this on in the middle of it. I folded it like this so that it looks interesting and fun. And then some more ephemera. And there she, and these pretty little pockets. And oops. And there she is. Whoops. Getting this all messed up there. Well, thank you so much for watching this. And if you want to pick her up, she'll be on my Etsy shop. And you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for joining me. And please subscribe and like my channel. Thank you. Bye.